Hi everyone. So today I'm gonna do some channel messages for you, and I will just write down or draw whatever comes up to me. So I'm getting a person. I feel I'm not sure whether it's a male or female, but somebody who is going through a lot of anxiety, and there's a lot to be sorted out by them all at the same time, and they feel solely responsible for it. Like they don't feel there's anybody else who can do this. Only they can sort it out, and they almost feel like it's their fault or their mess that needs to be sorted out. But they're not sure how this will happen. Like they don't have um a solution or a clear way out of this mess. I don't think the mess itself was of their own making, so I would say it's not their own fault. And I feel somebody was led into this. Like somebody was either deceived at the beginning, deceived and led into it, deceived and led into a situation, and they were left to pick up the pieces after all. And then they found themselves in a situation that had no kind of clear way out. And I'm getting more time that passed, the worse the anxiety got started to get. Like the anxiety just amplified. Um, I'm guessing this person had a lot of burdens and responsibilities. And this person is very responsible. Like they are trying to make it right for themselves and for everyone else who is involved in the situation. Like they're not trying to kind of dump the problems on somebody else or dump the responsibility on somebody else. So the person is taking their own responsibility. I would say taking responsibility and trying to make it better, genuinely trying to make it better, trying to make things better without blaming anybody else. They just blame, I won't say they blame themselves, but it's like, how could I have been so stupid kind of situation without blaming anybody else. I feel this person is trying really hard to be the best that they can be. And also, I'm getting that sometimes they're afraid that they might not be, or they might not be seen by others as the best that they can be, even though they're trying very hard. I'm guessing this person has a bit of a communication problem, how they express what is going through their mind. I don't know whether they are just expecting people to guess or to find out for themselves, but there is a communication issue. So it could be like either they did not explain to you what exactly was going on in their life at the time, and that made you feel very confused yourself. I feel this person was having a mask, like not that they were pretending to be who they are not, but they were trying to mask all the stress, anxiety, problems, and responsibilities and everything else that was going on at the background. Like all the negative things were disguised with like a smile or a happy face mask, that they didn't want people to know how much they were struggling or how much they were afraid of what the future will bring. So it's kind of uncertainty. I would say uncertainty and hold on, let me just fold this into two because it keeps moving. So I would say like um I would say uncertainty about the future. Um about what will happen next. And I also feel that this person did not want to lead you to believe that they were in a good place in life, that they were stable. They had a lot of burdens to remove of their life before they can be free, before they can have the life that they were maybe expecting to have. Also, I'm guessing that this person's behavior was quite confusing to you because they were coming across as this happy, free, um, kind of carefree person who is enjoying their life, somebody who doesn't have anything to worry about, and they were having a really good time. But in reality, they were not. It was exactly the opposite. That they were struggling and they were feeling the heavy burden of that responsibility. It could have been anything. It doesn't have to be just work. It could be somebody going through court cases, somebody not having a clear idea or clear way out, and they didn't want to dump their problems onto you, or they didn't want you to see them as somebody who's struggling. They presented themselves as somebody who's quite strong and confident and life is okay, but in fact it wasn't. And the way they presented themselves and the way they behaved after was very confusing for you, and you could have felt that this person was messing you about, or they were fake, or they were like a con artist, somebody who is intentionally deceiving people. But I think he did or she did this for their own self-worth kind of thing. Like, I think this person was in denial how bad the situation was, and they was like, I feel this like fake it until you make it kind of situation. But I think you sense this with your intuition that this person was unstable and they were unsettled mentally and also emotionally. They did not have peace. There was always something on their mind, even if they didn't express it. Because I don't think this person likes to talk about his problems or her problems. They keep it to themselves and try to sort it out, but they don't communicate like openly about what is going on. And this is where the confusion and the misunderstanding happens, because you never know what is going on for real. So the I think the main problem is communication. Like if they just told you what was going on, you would have understand. You would have said like, "Oh, I understand, that's fine." Or you're not really bothered about whatever was going on. Like you wouldn't have judged them. You wouldn't have looked down on them. You wouldn't have made a problem out of it. So I'm getting this whole situation, for some reason, it's actually a good thing. It's like a blessing in disguise. I don't know how, but it could create a very solid bond between both people. Because I feel if you stay together through the worst times, It's like a testing time, a challenging time for a connection that you didn't let go of them, even though you knew that they were struggling. Like intuitively, you sensed that this person was having problems. So I feel it's like bonding time. And it's more to do with establishing connection, a strong connection, I will say. And at some time, like I feel you both know that at some time in the future, you wish you will get what you want out of this, you know? I feel like it's unfinished. This is a story that develops and is unfinished. Unfinished, I will say, story that develops in time. It hasn't ended just yet. It's still happening. It's the whole thing is still happening and evolving. And it hasn't come to its end. Also, I'm getting that you will get the satisfaction that you want. I would say, after all, there will be a satisfaction out of this. And I'm getting that this person is learning to love themselves just the way they are. So it's like, I would say, learning to love themselves. Just the way they are, instead of trying to conceal all these pieces of themselves that they're not happy with, they're not proud of. Because that could create confusion, that could create a little bit of like, what is he hiding? You know, what is there that I don't know about? Um, Also, I'm getting that this person has really, really sweet heart. And I think that's the best from them. Like, I think this person is a sweetheart. And I think that's the best part of them. The core of them. The core of them is really gentle and tender. So the core of them is tender. And I think this is what you like about them, you know, like tender heart kind of type of person, despite anything else that's going on around. Anything else is just like a background noise. You look at them and you look through them and you see the genuine, kind, soft hearted person that they are, and this is what you appreciate the most about this person. Yeah, that's what I'm getting today. I think maybe you need to let them know, if this is your situation, if this is like you with someone who is struggling accepting themselves because of something that has happened and how life is going at the moment, that it's not their own fault, then you need to let them know that you like them for themselves and not for what they, experience in life. Okay, that's what I'm getting for today. Maybe I will do another one in a bit. Let me know if you like these kind of channeled readings. Bye.